I stood in the dusty attic, flashlight trembling in my hand, staring at the yellowed envelope that would quietly destroy the lie my mother had lived for 20 years. My name is Rachel, and this house, the one with the creaky wooden floors and the rose garden I planted with my own hands, had been my only real home since I was 24. I bought it with every penny I saved from my first teaching job, back when I still believed family meant forever. But for the last 20 years, my mother, Diane, had lived here like it was hers. She cooked in my kitchen, hosted her book club in my living room, and told everyone who would listen that this was the family home she built. It started after my father left us. I was fresh out of college, heartbroken for her, and I offered her the spare bedroom just until she got back on her feet. 20 years later, she was still here. I paid every mortgage payment, every repair, every utility bill, while she spent her small pension on cruises and new furniture. I told myself it was love. I told myself daughters take care of their mothers. I even turned down 2 marriage proposals because moving out felt like abandoning her. But lately, something felt off. She had started redecorating without asking, talking to neighbors about my house like I was the guest. Last month, I overheard her on the phone telling my cousin, "When I'm gone, the house goes to you and the kids. Rachel understands." My stomach dropped. I smiled through dinner that night, but inside I was shattered. What did she mean? I had the mortgage papers. I had paid for everything. That's when I remembered the old safe in the attic, the one she said was empty. I climbed the ladder at midnight while she slept downstairs, heart pounding like a drum. The envelope inside was labeled Property Bead 2004. My hands shook as I opened it. There it was in black and white. The house was solely in my name. No co-ownership, no mention of her at all. She had lived here 2 full decades believing, or pretending, it was hers. I sat on the dusty floor, tears falling onto the paper, and whispered, "Mom, what have you done?" But what I didn't know that night was how deep the betrayal ran, and how finding that single piece of paper would finally give me the strength to take my life back. The next morning, I watched her move through the kitchen like a queen in her castle. She poured coffee into the mug I bought her for Mother's Day 15 years ago, and complained about the leaky faucet I had fixed twice already. I wanted to scream the truth right there, but something held me back. I needed to understand why. So I started digging quietly. I found old bank statements in her nightstand drawer while she was at her bridge club. Every single mortgage payment for 20 years had come from my account, not 1 cent from her. Yet in the family group chat, she posted photos of my beautiful home with captions about how proud she was of the life she had built here. My aunts and cousins liked and commented, calling her the heart of the family. No one ever mentioned me. I felt invisible in my own house. The betrayal cut deeper when I discovered the will she had hidden in her filing cabinet. She had left the entire property to my cousin's children, the ones she babysat every weekend while I was at work. Not a word about me, not even a mention that I had paid for every brick. I sat on the edge of her bed, the papers shaking in my lap, and felt something inside me break completely. 20 years of sacrifice, 20 years of putting her first, and she had quietly erased me from the story of my own home. Nights became torture. I would lie awake listening to her snoring downstairs, wondering how she could sleep so peacefully in a house she never owned. I replayed every conversation where she had guilted me into staying. "Rachel, who will take care of me if you leave? This house is all I have left, honey." I had believed her. I had chosen her comfort over my own future. Friends had drifted away because I was always too busy fixing things for Mom. I missed birthdays, vacations, even the chance to have my own family because I was busy being hers. The emotional weight grew heavier every day. I started eating less, sleeping less, smiling less. One afternoon, I came home early from work and found her giving a tour to a real estate agent. She was pointing at the garden, saying, "It'll fetch a good price when the time comes." I stood in the doorway, unseen, and felt my heart crack wide open. She wasn't just living here, she was planning to sell my house out from under me. But the pain slowly turned into something sharper. I stopped crying in the shower. I started writing everything down, every payment, every sacrifice, every lie she had told the family. I made copies of the deed and the bank records. The broken girl who once begged for her mother's approval began to disappear. In her place rose a woman who was tired of being erased. I looked at myself in the mirror one quiet morning and whispered, "This ends now." The shift from shattered to steady felt like the first deep breath I had taken in years. I knew the confrontation was coming, and for the first time, I wasn't afraid. I chose a Sunday afternoon when the sun was pouring through the windows she loved so much. She was in the living room arranging flowers in the vase I had bought her last Christmas. I walked in, holding the folder, heart calm for the first time in weeks. "Mom, we need to talk," I said softly. She turned with that familiar smile, the one that always made me feel small. I placed the bead on the coffee table between us. "This house has been in my name for 20 years. I paid for every single thing. You don't own it. You never did." Her face changed in an instant. The color drained, her hands froze mid-arrangement. She stared at the paper like it was a ghost. "Rachel, that's not possible," she whispered, but her voice cracked. She knew. I didn't raise my voice. I simply read her the will she had written, the one that gave my house to someone else. Then I showed her the bank statements proving I had carried her for 2 decades. Tears filled her eyes, but this time they didn't move me. "You made me believe I owed you this home," I said quietly. "You let the whole family think you were the one who built it. I loved you enough to give you 20 years, but love doesn't mean letting you take everything I worked for." She tried to speak, tried to guilt me the way she always had, but I raised my hand gently. "I'm giving you 30 days to find somewhere else. I'll help with first month's rent if you need it, but this house is mine, and the family will know the truth." She cried then, real tears, and for a moment I felt the old pull to comfort her, but I stayed strong. I had carried her long enough. The next weeks were quiet but powerful. She moved out on day 28. The family group chat exploded when I shared the simple truth with screenshots. Some were shocked. Some apologized for believing her version all these years. My cousin even sent a private message saying she had no idea. Mom tried calling me once, voice small, asking if we could work something out. I listened, then said no. I blocked the number with steady hands. Today, the house feels lighter. I repainted the walls in colors I love. I planted new roses in the garden. I finally invited friends over without worrying about her schedule. The betrayal that once destroyed my peace became the door to my freedom. I learned that sometimes the people who are supposed to love us the most can quietly rewrite our story to fit their needs. But the real power comes when we quietly rewrite it back. Looking back, the greatest revenge wasn't forcing her out. It was choosing to stop carrying a lie that was never mine to hold. I discovered that real love doesn't demand you disappear so someone else can shine. It makes room for both of you. And if they refuse to make room, you have every right to claim your own space. If you're watching this and you've been quietly giving pieces of your life away to keep the peace, hear me. Your home, your peace, your future, they are yours. Don't wait 20 years to find the deed to your own life. Take it back now, gently but firmly. Because the moment you do, the silence that follows isn't emptiness. It's the sound of you finally coming home to yourself. Thank you for listening to my story. If it touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to feel strong. And remember, sometimes the quietest truth is the loudest revenge.